Comedian and actor Mike Epps is turning a piece of his family history into a symbol of hope and inspiration for the Indianapolis neighborhood that he grew up in. News 8's multicultural reporter Malia Van Oostring takes a closer look inside a home that holds a special place in his heart.
We met Mike Epps right here on the east side of Indianapolis at his late grandmother's house, where he's not just preserving memories, he's building momentum for change.
This old schoolhouse is a vintage house. It was owned by my family. And, you know, since I don't have my parents and grandmother anymore, this is a place that I hold their spirit in.
Epps' grandmother moved in the late 50s to the Kennedy King neighborhood. Epps bought multiple homes with the goal of creating affordable housing for Hoosiers, rehabilitate and buy back the block where he and his family members once lived.
I bought these houses back in early 2000s, late 90s. So, you know, it took time. You know, I remember I started working on one house and the neighborhood wasn't where I thought it should be. And then one day I seen a couple walking their dog down the street. I was like, oh, here we go. And then it started improving as we went.
This home is what he calls the original vintage granny's house. From the outside, it looks like a normal home. But when you go inside, it's full of mementos from his career, retro decor, reminders of older music and movies, and a basement filled with a stand-up mic and tokens from the past.
This wall right here is, you know, that's the famous wall. A guy out of Philly named Adonis did it. You know, I got Jet, Ebony magazines. I got, you know, console players. I have vintage furniture. So everything is a throwback. It's like walking to a time capsule. Brought all the entertainers through here. Shaq, Snoop, 50 Cent, everybody been through here.
Epps is using his platform to preserve culture, protect the community, and prove that home is where change really starts. He wants to continue pouring resources back into the neighborhood.
One of my biggest goals was to inspire people to get into real estate, inspire people into building their communities, inspire people to love where they come from. And, you know, that's always been one of my biggest goals.
Epps says the house will be open for private community events. He also is working on more projects within the neighborhood. In Indianapolis, I'm Malia Van Oostring for Wish TV and WishTV.com.